At the Delhi discussion. First topic that we'll take today regarding the International Monetary Fund recently raised its prediction for India's GDP growth to 6.3% for 23-24 of 40 basic points from its earlier April estimate. The 6.5% prediction from the RBI has not changed. RBI has not changed. RBI has kept it at 6.5%, but the IMF has upgraded by 40 basic point to 6.3%. Even though the most recent geopolitical crisis in West Asia, like the Israel and the Palestine conflict, might have opened a Pandora box, we still think the Indian economy would expand more quickly than anticipated. The growth rate for India is expected to be 6.7% for the entire year. The possible four causes of India's economic expansion. The first is the favorable monsoon, because this year monsoon is favorable. Although it is not evenly distributed, but somehow 36% of the shortfall rainfall outburst. The overall rainfall throughout the monsoon season was 6% less than anticipated. That means there is total shortfall was only 6%. Nonetheless, the spartial distribution is quite uniform. That means most of the regions receive rainfall during this year's monsoon period, because Indian agriculture is still a gamble of monsoon, because the monsoon is somehow good, not that bad. So agricultural productivity is leading to increased GDP growth. 29 states and union territories are normal to above average rainfall out of the 36. Better growth in the agriculture industry will come from it, because monsoon is favorable. So definitely agricultural growth will be better. Second, there is still a push for capital spending. As of the current year's first 5 months, the state's capital expenditure represent 25% of the projected objective, while the center stands at 37%. That means the capital expenditure by the states are increasing, and when the states spend on capital expenditure, that led to more employment generation, so that indirectly enhances the GDP of the country. Fine. So second, there is so as per the current finance year's first 5 months, the state's capital expenditure represents 25% of the projected objective, while the center stands at 37%. So almost all states are going beyond with their spending, with Andhra Pradesh topping the chart at 51% of the allocated amount. The amount allocated, Andhra Pradesh is able to spend 51% on the on capital expenditure. To cover infrastructure bottlenecks and advance the economic use of each of doing business. If the capital expenditure is done properly, then the ease of doing business rank definitely improve for the country. Okay, so it will cover infrastructure bottlenecks and advance the economic use of ease of doing business. Had the comprehensive registration of new companies indicates a strong desire for expansion. That means lot more companies, new companies have been registered in the country in the last financial year, or in this financial year. The first half of 23-24, there were above 39,035 registered corporations, so which was only 59.21 5 years earlier. So almost it has increased by more than around 40,000, 35,000 new companies have registered in the last 5 years. The important notice that from 395 Okay, so fourth, credit growth is still gaining traction. At the beginning of 2022, the credit growth of all scheduled commercial banks has been increasing annually. That means more and more credit being circulated to Indian economy. When credit grows, that creates the expand the economy. That expands the demand among the consumers. That led to more of production. When more production means more employment, and ultimately that led to more job creation. So until September aggregate, so since up until September, aggregate deposit increased by 13.2% and credit increased by 20%, excluding SDFC was 15.3%, although it was still essentially comparable to financial year 20. Because of the holidays, we anticipate that credit demand will continue to be strong in the upcoming month because the festive season is starting from Dasara. So in the festive season, normally there is a demand for more credit. So credit demand increases in the festive seasons. Okay, because of the holidays, we anticipate that credit demand will continue to be strong in the upcoming month because of festive starting from Dasara to Diwali to the New Year's and Christmas. So the festive season will continue, and the festive season will continue. So definitely, so more and more credit from the banks will increase. Financial inclusion functions. Financial inclusion function in formalizing lending facility that promote potential for economic growth. Reputable borrowers can continue to access the financial system through repeat loans under government programs like the PM Sonidhi for the street vendors, given that they have a solid credit payback history. The PM Sonidhi program has been launched to provide credit facility to the vendors, so who or which is being launched since the days of Corona or COVID-19, and at present, government is expediting the process to provide more and more loan, especially from the institutional financial setup like the banks, the street vendors to emphasize on their business. So initiatives such as the Jandan Yojana bank are able to provide credit to households that were not part of the official banking system. Furthermore, these households goals have grown significantly, so there is no reason to be concerned about these changes. Furthermore, the steady, healthy expansion in credit might keep accelerating the nation's economic pace. So, in conclusion, it can be said the ratio of credit to nominal GDP may reach 1.7 times in 2023-24, up from 0.39 times in 23. Credit will definitely increase. This would increase the flow of capital to the whole economy and support the momentum. India is therefore in for a prolonged period of growth if the signs from the banking sector consider the new normal. Because when the banking sector expands, this provides the finance or liquidity to the market, and that liquidity definitely has its positive impact on the economic development of the country. So all these signify that Indian economy is on the path of rapid growth. This growth momentum will continue in financial year. Next is science and technology, the long-term risk associated with artificial intelligence. So AI is the present catchword. So risk is a dynamic and constantly changing term that can be influenced by changes in scientific knowledge, technology breakthrough, and societal ideals. For example, it was generally safe to share one's personal information in public prior to the digital era. However, the same behavior has risk in the era of cyber attacks and data leaks. Artificial intelligence, the intelligence of computer or software as opposed to the intellect of people or animal is known as artificial intelligence. So it is the machines which get the artificial intelligence which take the decision on its own without depending upon the programming. Additionally, computer science research in this area focus on creating and studying intelligent device. The term AI may also apply to the actual device. Okay, and that device will start functioning on its own rather than depending upon the command given to the programs. Risk associated with AI. Once the possibility of AI become more apparent, our perspective of the risk associated with the technology would significantly shift. This emphasizes how crucial it is to recognize both short and long-term dangers. Some hazards that could arise right away are more concrete, making sure an AI system does not break during regular operation. Long-term dangers could address more existential concerns about the place of AI in society and what that means for humankind. It takes a diversified strategy to address both kinds of risk, balancing present difficulties against possible long-term consequences. In the long term, concerning the combination of biotechnology with AI, that Yuval Noah Harari has pointed out how this might drastically change human existence by controlling human emotions, desires, and thinking. In the future, as AI becomes more and more integrated into the basic infrastructure, water and power, one could be concerned about the intermediate and threats associated with each increased AI system. These essential services could be disrupted by any failure or manipulation of such AI system, which could have a negative impact on public health and societal functions. Similarly, even though it seems unlikely a runaway AI could do great harm, including changing the chemical balance in water source or manipulating vital system like water distribution, which could have disastrous consequences even in case when such possibilities are seem remote. Some who doubt AI are afraid of these existential threats because they see it as more than simply a tool. They see it as a potential trigger for catastrophic events that could even result in extinction. The evolution of human level, a significant change in these hazards will occur when AI surpasses human cognitive. These AI have the potential to rapidly advance on their own, becoming super intelligence that far surpass human intelligence in the process. Worst case situation arise from the possibility of this superintelligence acting on distorted, misaligned, or malignant aims. AI and ethics. Aligning AI with genetically acknowledged human values, the difficult part. Concerns regarding unrestricted AI growth are raised by the quick rate of AI advancement, which is driven by market demand and foreshadows the fundamental goal of AI governance, which is to guarantee the long-term safety and moral use of AI technology, may suffer from the absence of a cognitive, cohesive worldwide strategy to AI regulation. AI index from Stanford University reveals that legislative body in 127 country passes 37 law that includes the word artificial intelligence. That means more and more countries are taking AI into consideration. They feel that show the AI has a great future in the times to come and will have impact on almost all the aspect of Okay. So that AI, so the fundamental goal of AI governance, which is guarantee the long-term safety and moral use of AI technology, may suffer from the absence of a cohesive worldwide strategy on AI regulation. AI index from Stanford University reveals that legislative body in 127 country passes 37 law that included the word artificial intelligence. International collaboration, there is a conspicuous absence of collaboration and cohesive action at the international level, and so long-term risk associated with AI cannot be mitigated. The event that a country, China, remains unrestricted while other nations do, it is probable that China will acquire a comprehensive advantage in the development and use of AI. The development of AI system that could not be in line with international ethical norms would result from this unchecked advancement, raising the possibility of unanticipated and possibly permanent outcomes. Stabilization and violence could arise from this, jeopardizing global peace and security. Threats posed by military AI, the confluence of technology with warfare amplifies long-term risk. To regulate such powerful technology, the international community has created treaty like the Treaty on Non-Proliferation of Nuclear Weapons. But for AI, nothing has been done. Proof that creating international standard for AI in combat is an urgent but global objective. So other instances of international agreement to limit dangerous technology are treated like the Chemical Weapon Convention. If the international community is able to sign the Chemical Weapon Convention, the Biological Convention, the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty, on the new treaties, then what is the harm in thinking that the international community should think of new treaties on the new emerging technology called the artificial intelligence, right? So countries need to establish clear guidelines for AI use in warfare and define the boundary where its deployment is unacceptable. It is important to keep in mind that decisions we make today will have an impact on the planet we inherit tomorrow. This dynamic landscape of AI dangers. Then Indian Ocean Rim Association. The Indian Ocean Rim Association Council of Ministers recently on the topic reinforced Indian Ocean activity. So Indian Ocean region is a vibrant intergovernmental organization as well as a regional forum. It is a three-way meeting that brings together government, corporate and academic officials. So who comes under the meeting? The government of the countries, corporate world and the academic officials. Founded in May 1997, objective to strengthen regional cooperation and long-term development. So it is a three-way meeting that brings together government, corporate, and academic offices. Founded on March 7, 1997, objective to strengthen regional cooperation and long-term development in the Indian Ocean region. The Council of Foreign Ministers meets annually in the apex body. India is a member. Membership consists of 23 member countries and 11 dialogue partners. Pakistan and Myanmar are not members. France is a newest member. Italy, Japan, Germany, China, United States, and United Kingdom, Russia, Turkey, Korea, and Egypt are dialogue partners. Saudi Arabia has been accepted as IOS 11th dialogue partner in 2023. The Troika, it was founded by the Council Minister, which made up the chair Sri Lanka, vice chair India, and previous chairperson Bangladesh for this year. The Berlin process, leaders from the European Union and the Western Balkans gather in Tirana, Albania, to explore the road for 6 Balkan countries to join the bloc. A venue for the high-level cooperation among the leaders of the 6 Western Balkan countries was established in 2015. The Western Balkan 6 connection, neighborly and interpersonal ties should be improved. To integrate the West Balkan 6 into a single market and assisting them with their green and digital transformation. To support the EU integration. Goal, it was started in Germany's chair in 2015 declaration, bilateral and internal conflict resolution, reconciliation between the regions, societies, increase regional economic collaboration, laying the groundwork for long-term growth. The WB6 Albania, Bosnia, Kosovo, Montenegro, North Macedonia, and Serbia. The West Balkan 6 consist of Albania, Bosnia, Kosovo, Montenegro, North Macedonia, and Serbia. Balkan country: Croatia, Slovenia, Bulgaria, Romania, Moldova, Greece, Turkey, and the West Balkan 6, the Balkan countries. The PLFS annual report, the National Statistics Service has released the 6th annual report of the Periodic Labor Force Survey, PLFS, Periodic Labor Force Survey, performed between July 2022 and June 2020. Launched by the National Sample Survey Office, the year of introduction was 2017. Indicators: labor force participation rate, the percentage of people in the labor force working look for employment or available for work in the population, worker population ratio, the percentage of the population who is employed, unemployed rate, the percentage of labor force that is unemployed. What is the objective of this? To estimate employment and unemployment indicators for urban regions, especially in the current week status in 3 months interval. Annually estimate employment and unemployment indicators in equal status and current weekly status in rural and urban areas. The 6th report time frame is 2022 to 2023. In metropolitan area, a rotational panel sample design was adopted. Each selected residence being visited 4 times. Then the labor force, LFPR and the WPR have increased, but the unemployment rate has decreased in 2023 compared to 2017-18. That means more and more people have got employment, and that is the reason for a decrease in the unemployment rate. Next topic is the next year 19. Recently, India's native CRT T cell treatment, a type of immunotherapy, received market approval. It is a indigenously developed CD19 targeted CAR-T cell therapy. Next CR19 is the first CAR-T cell therapy approved by the Indian Central Drug Standard Control Organization, CDSCO. Produced in Mumbai by the Immunoadaptive Cell Therapy Private Limited, replaced refractory B-cell lymphoma and leukemia were treated. The CD19 is a biomarker for a B lymphocytes that is utilized as a target for leukemia immunotherapies. Okay. Advantage, the next CR19 has a strong set profile. Then the CRS, it has a great efficiency toxicity. Okay, a great efficient toxicity ratio. Data from the phase 1 and phase 2 clinical trial reveal an overall response rate of 70%. Okay, so data from phase 1 and phase 2 clinical trial reveal an overall response rate of 70%. Improve accessibility is available at 20 Indian government and commercial hospitals in key cities. Reduce cost, it will be around 30 to 45 lakhs per patient, which were previously around 4 lakh dollar, over 3.3 crore, which was not accessible by any normal Indian. Okay, that is why this will bring a major relief to the cancer patient in the country. Then the HEEP and the NIMR, light of the recent Israel-Palestine conflict, the status of the Arabian wolf and leopard become endangered in the region. HEEP is the Arabian wolf, Canis lupus arvus, NIMR Arabian leopard, Panthera pardus nimr. Deep is world's smallest wolf and Timur is world's smallest leopard. Geographical range, whole of the Arabian Peninsula. The Negev desert stretches from the southern Israel, the Gulf of Aqaba. The Judean desert separates Israel from the Palestinian West Bank, and the Araba Valley separates Israel from Jordan. Okay, so the in the northern portion of this their range, both are critically endangered. Challenges: hunting both prey and predators, prey competition between wild and the domestic, overgrazing of sensitive vegetation, conflict between human and animal. If leopard are forced to hunt cattle, because normally leopard hunts the cattle, and in that case the people kill the leopards. So conservation, increase tolerance and coexistence with the pastoral landscape, because the pastoral landscape is being reduced right now. Reduce hunting of both the animals and prey. Status of the lemur, it has lost up to 90% of its previous range. Its population are dispersed and isolated. It is extinct throughout the North Range, including the Sinai Peninsula and the Negev and the Judean Desert. Oman, Yemen, and the southern Saudi Arabia are remnant nuclei of these. Status of these, throughout most of its range, is the sole apex predator. Their stable population is restricted to Israel's Araba Valley and the Negev Desert. They face a threat in pastoral areas. The acceptance is minimal as opposed to crop growing areas, because so they are predators. So when they They face a threat in pastoral areas since their acceptance is minimal as opposed to crop growing areas. Then the Ecomark and the Green Card program. Okay. To advance the lifestyle for environment movement, the Minister of Environment, Forest and Climate Change has implemented the GCP and Ecomark scheme. Okay, so GCP stands for Green Credit Program. Both projects promote living in a sustainable manner. Environmental protection, individual and collective choice should be used to implement eco-friendly activities in India. They are in line with global sustainability objectives. They represent India's dedication to environmental conservation and protection. The Green Credit Program, it is a novel market-based system. Okay. So, objective incentivize volunteer environmental efforts across several sectors by individuals, communities, private sector industries, and the Green Credit Program governance structure consists of an interministerial steering committee and a GCP administrator. Okay. So, the GCP governance structure consists of an interministerial steering committee and the GCP administrator. The ICFRE, Indian Council of Forestry Research and Education, is the GCP administrator. It is in charge of implementing, managing, monitoring, and running the program. Focus: water conservation and afforestation. The digital platform will simplify project registration, verification, and issue of green credits. The Green Credit Registry and the trading platform, it enables the purchase and sale of green credits. Ecomark scheme, objective to promote eco-friendly products, to build consumer awareness of environmental issues, to motivate manufacturers to shift towards environmentally friendly production, to ensure accurate labeling and prevent misleading information about products. Accreditation, it accredits products that meet specific environmental criteria with minimal environmental impact. It also maintains quality standard as per Indian laws. Administration, the Central Pollution Control Board and the Bureau of Indian Standards at the administration. So look after the administration of this. Then come to the question. The non-binding nature of citizen charter in India is one of the main drawbacks. They do not have the force of law, which means that there are no legal consequences for government agencies. They fail to meet the commitments outlined in the charter. So examine it. A citizen charter represents the commitment of the organization towards standard, quality and time frame of service delivery, grievance redress mechanism, transparency and accountability. The trust between the service provider and its is enshrined in the citizen charter idea. The responsibility of organizing, creating and operationalizing citizen charter was taken on by the Department of Administrative Reforms and Public Grievance of the Government of India, DARPG. The Citizen Charter's principal goal is to give citizens more influence over the provisions of public services. The Citizen Charter is essential to the governance of developing countries such as India in the following manner: to improve government transparency and citizen friendliness, to guarantee openness, to implement action aimed at enhancing planned service, to use a stakeholder-based strategy in order to save time for the citizen and the administration. Problem faced in implementing the citizen charter: one size fits all. Propensity for all officers under the parent organization to use the same citizen charter. Citizen charter is still not in use by every department of ministry, which ignores regional problems. Then the solely activities, most of the time lacking in participating processes and not developed through a consultation process with a cutting edge personnel who will ultimately implement it. Non-dynamic, since charter are rarely modified, they are a one-time fixed in place exercise. Bad content and design, to clear and meaningfully in charter, no essential information that end users need to hold agency responsible. Lack of public awareness, because there have been insufficient effort made to effectively communicate with the and educate the public about the standard of delivery guarantee. Only a tiny portion of the end users are aware. Okay, so measurable standards of delivery are rarely defined, which make it challenging to determine whether or not the intended quality of service has been provided. Poor adherence, organizations have not demonstrated much interest in upholding that citizen charter because there is no citizen friendly mechanism in place to reimburse citizen in the event that an organization defaults. Way forward, wide-ranging consultation process. The citizen charter will be developed via in-depth organizational consultations and a substantive conversation with civil society. Engaging procedure involves civil society in the process to help strengthen the charter's content, ensure its observance, and inform the public about the significance of this essential tool. Firm promises must be made. The citizen charter must be exact and, if at all feasible, provide citizens and consumers with firm promises of service delivery standards in measurable terms. Mechanism for redress in the event of default clearly state the remedy that the organization is required to offer in the event that it fails to meet the agreed upon delivery criteria. There is no one size fit all approach. The creation of the citizen charter need to be a decentralized endeavor with the headquarter offering only broad guidelines. The citizen charter should be on a regular updated basis, ideally by an outside organization. Assign responsibility, make officials answerable for their action, assign particular blame where the citizen charter compliance is lacking. In conclusion, the citizen charter is significantly contributing to the goal of minimum government and maximum governance, by which the Prime Minister Modi has highlighted during his address on taking to power. So, by making charter more justifiable and implementing penalties will increase their efficiency and appeal to citizens. One common paradigm for service delivery under citizen-centric governance is the Sabatham model for public service delivery, which was put forth by the second Commission. The second ARC has recommended for the Sabatham model for providing services to the people under the citizen charter issues. Reference to the Karavali stickering fox, consider the following statement. Okay, so they are endemic to Western Ghats and the Indo-Burma region. That is right. So this frog is named after coastal region of Karnataka, right? It is considered to be endangered due to its restricted geographical area. All the three are correct. As the following statement regarding the special leave petition SLP in the judiciary. The SLP can be filed by any civil or criminal matter. That is right. By virtue of Article 137, Supreme Court of India can grant special leave to appeal from any judgment passed or made by any court or tribunal in the territory of India. Okay. So this is not correct. Only one is correct. Then the Sugarthon Dam, it is located in Sikkim. Sikkim was recently used for the glacier lake burst. And the following statement with respect to the Zionist movement in Israel. The Zionist movement emerged in century with a goal to establish a national homeland for the Jewish people in Palestine. That is okay. Its momentum increased significantly after World War I, encouraged by the Balfour Declaration of 1917. They expressed support for Jews' national home in Palestine. United Nations proposed a partition plan that would divide Palestine into separate Jewish and Arab states after World War I. This is wrong. World War II. Two are correct. The reference to the ozone hole, consider the following statement. Ozone hole is an area of troposphere where the ozone layer is depleted. It is not the troposphere. In response to the ozone depletion crisis, the international community ratified the Kyoto Protocol. The Kyoto Protocol is not on ozone. Okay, Kyoto is related to greenhouse gases. Okay, Montreal Protocol is related to ozone hole. Okay, it's not the Kyoto Protocol. So both are incorrect here. So both neither one nor two are correct because both are incorrect. With reference to the World Economic Outlook 2023, consider the following statement. It is released by the International Monetary Fund. Okay, so the report expects GDP growth to be 3% in 2023. That is wrong. So according to the paper, the projected economic growth rate of China GDP higher than India is 24. Two are correct here. Reference to the periodic labor force survey, consider the following statement. This survey conducted by the National Statistical Office, right, under the Ministry of Statistics and Implementation. That is right. They estimate the key employment unemployment indicated in one financial year for the urban area only. No, urban and rural. Two is incorrect. Only one is correct. The reference to the Gaza Strip. The Gaza Strip shares border with Lebanon in the southwest and Israel to the north of east. So that is incorrect. The term open air prison has been widely used by the academics to characterize the condition of Gaza because it is controlled by Egypt and Israel on both the sides. All the openings are two openings are managed by Israel and one by Egypt, so it is an open air prison because people can move out of it. So here only two is correct. As is the following statement regarding the millets in India. Millets are primarily grown on rabi crop in India. So not Rabi crop or Kharif crop. Gujarat is the largest producer of millet. Fine. Andhra Pradesh have the highest millet productivity in India, right? Okay. So India is the largest millet producer in the world, correct? India is the largest exporter of millet. So in this, so last two, so 1 and 2 are correct. A political landscape shaped by technology, a groundbreaking event unfold as a video surface featuring a prominent world leader. Video media trigger global confusion, debates, expert race to discuss the video authenticity, highlighting the escalating threat of certain technology in manipulating public perception and destabilizing trust in institutions. The incident sparked unrest, call for enhanced detection methods, and raised ethical concerns, prompting government and tech giants to reassess the potential consequences of unchecked technological advancement on the fragile fabric of truth on the digital age. In the context of the emerging artificial intelligence technology, which of the following term best apply to the above scenario? So it is known as the deep fakes, because through this the things can be faked, and the voice, the figure, the pictures, the videos can be faked, and this is popularly known as deep fakes in the AI. Thank you for watching. Keep watching regularly. Update yourself through the daily developmental updates.